Defenses and punishments for indecent exposure. Crimes in Tahlequah. An indecent exposure charge is one of the most serious misdemeanor or felony allegations a person can face because it is often classified as a sex offense under Oklahoma law. Many people are surprised to learn that conduct they believed was a prank, a misunderstanding, or a momentary lapse in judgment can result in criminal charges carrying the possibility of imprisonment, substantial fines, and sex offender registration requirements. Indecent exposure is often more serious than people realize. Many people mistakenly believe indecent exposure is a minor offense similar to disorderly conduct. In Oklahoma, however, indecent exposure is generally prosecuted as a felony offense. A conviction may result in a sentence ranging from 30 days to 10 years of imprisonment, fines from $500 to $20,000, or both. In addition to incarceration and fines, a conviction may trigger sex offender registration requirements and create long-term obstacles involving employment, housing, education, and professional licensing. The state must prove every element. Like every criminal offense, indecent exposure charges require proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Generally, prosecutors must prove that the accused acted willfully, acted in a lewd manner, exposed the relevant body parts, and did so in a public place or a location where others were present and could be offended or annoyed. If the prosecution cannot establish any one of these elements, a conviction may not be appropriate. Lack of intent can be a defense. One of the most common defenses involves the absence of criminal intent. Accidental exposure, wardrobe malfunctions, changing clothes, medical emergencies, or other inadvertent conduct may not satisfy the requirement that the exposure be willful and lewd. In many cases, the defense focuses on demonstrating that the conduct was not intended to be sexual, offensive, or indecent. Because intent is often inferred from the surrounding circumstances, the facts of each case become extremely important. Challenging. Whether the conduct was lewd. Oklahoma law generally requires more than mere exposure. The prosecution must prove that the conduct was lewd in nature. The defense may argue that the conduct lacked any sexual purpose, the exposure was accidental, the circumstances do not support a finding of lewdness, and witnesses misunderstood what occurred. In some situations, the difference between criminal conduct and innocent behavior depends heavily upon context. Mistaken identity may be an issue. Many indecent exposure cases depend largely upon eyewitness testimony. Witnesses may observe an incident only briefly, from a distance, or under stressful conditions. Poor lighting, obstructed views, and inaccurate recollections can create identification issues. When the prosecution relies heavily on witness identification, challenging the reliability of those observations may become an important part of the defense strategy. False allegations do occur. Unfortunately, false accusations are not uncommon in certain criminal cases. Personal disputes, misunderstandings, mistaken assumptions, and credibility issues can sometimes lead to allegations that lack reliable evidence. A thorough investigation often includes reviewing surveillance footage, interviewing witnesses, examining electronic communications, and evaluating inconsistencies in witness statements. Public urination is generally different. Many people are concerned that a public urination incident will automatically result in an indecent exposure charge. Oklahoma law generally treats public urination differently when the conduct is not lewd or sexually motivated. In many situations, public urination is prosecuted under a separate public decency statute, rather than the felony indecent exposure statute. The distinction can be extremely important because the potential penalties differ significantly. Constitutional defenses may exist. Some cases involve issues relating to how evidence was obtained. Potential defenses may include illegal searches, unlawful seizures, improper interrogations, violations of Miranda rights, and improper identification procedures. If law enforcement violated a defendant's constitutional rights during the investigation or arrest, certain evidence may be suppressed. A conviction can have lasting consequences. The consequences of an indecent exposure conviction often extend beyond fines and incarceration. A conviction may affect employment opportunities, professional licenses, housing applications, educational opportunities, firearm rights, and reputation within the community. Perhaps most significantly, some convictions may require registration as a sex offender, creating restrictions and obligations that can last for years. Tahlequah criminal defense attorneys. Indecent exposure allegations are often highly fact-specific. The outcome may depend upon witness credibility, intent, identification issues, constitutional questions, and the exact circumstances surrounding the alleged conduct. Because an indecent exposure conviction can result in imprisonment, significant fines, and lifelong collateral consequences, anyone accused of this offense should seek experienced criminal defense representation as early as possible. If you have been arrested or charged in Tahlequah or elsewhere in Cherokee County, get a free consultation with a criminal defense attorney at Kania Law, Tahlequah Lawyers, by calling 539-867-2321.